Hello friends, I am Mr. Sanjay K. Bhadke, presently working as an assistant professor at Department of Civil Engineering, Tulsiramji Gaikwad Patil College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur. Friends, as per the RTM Nagpur University syllabus, we have the subject Transportation Engineering 1. It is a compulsory subject in 4th semester. This Transportation Engineering 1, it's include road transportation and bridge transportation. While studying the various transportation, it is very important that everyone should have the knowledge of traffic engineering. Student, in last class we discussed about the traffic study, and in today's class we are going to discuss about the traffic volume and characteristics, which is one of the important parameters for to know the various characteristics of the road. So student, in today's class we are going to discuss about the various methods of volume studies, what are the advantages and disadvantages of these volume studies, and what are their various characteristics. So when we discuss about the traffic study, we should carry out some surveys, and this study helped in deciding the geometric design features traffic control for the safe and efficient traffic movement. So before, if you want to gather any data, we have to go and we have to carry out some initial survey. So in case of traffic study, if you want to calculate the data, the following are the various parameters and following are the various surveys that study generally. The number one is traffic volume study, speed study, spot speed study, speed and delay study, origin and destination study, traffic flow characteristics, traffic capacity, parking study, and accident study. So basically, traffic volume and characteristics, it is very important parameter, because if you want to design something or if you want to collect some data, if you want to analyze this data, so in that case you should go through these surveys, because when we moving through the road we should control our speed, and for any other parameter speed study is very important. Everyone is starting their journey and everyone is ending their journey, so that origin and destination is also important study. We should calculate the traffic flow, traffic efficiency, parking study is also important. And when we go through all this study, we analyze and we make our own document, so it will help us to reduce the various accidents. So this type of studies are very important study. So student, what are the various objective and uses of traffic volume study? It is generally accepted as a true measure of the relative importance of the road and in the deciding the priority for improvement and expansion. It is used in planning traffic operation and control of existing facility, and also for planning the new facilities. Basically, when you want to do something new, when you are going to planning for a new project, so in that case traffic volume study plays a very important role. It is used in the analysis of traffic pattern and trends. It is also useful in the structural design of pavement. Traffic volume study used for the planning sidewalk, crosswalk, subway and penetration signals. If we go through the overall, if you want to design the road, if you want to design the various part of the road, if you want to reduce the accident, so for all these cases we should go for the traffic study, so that we can get a one direction, and by going through this direction we will get a proper structural design for the pavements. We have the very good planning for the sidewalk, crosswalks, and we can also improve various parameters which are related with the traffic study. Now, what is the scope of the traffic study? Why should we go through this traffic study? Basically, if you want to design a new pavement, if you want to design a new road structure, so in that case, traffic study plays an important role for making the planning for the new projects, to calculate the traffic flow, to calculate the traffic stream. So for all this parameter, we should go through the traffic volumes study, and we should understand their characteristics. There are two main methods of counting, because when we collect the data for the traffic study, we can collect the data by two methods. One is the manual method and second one is the automatic method. So manual method can be classified as a direct method and indirect method. Automatic counting methods, it include the control system and contactless system. So in automatic method we can use various electronic instrument, we can use various automatic instrument, we can use CCTV cameras for the calculations of data. So basically these two methods we are using to calculate the traffic volume. Now what do you mean by the manual method? The manual counts are sometimes used when the effort and expansion of automated equipment are not justified. Manual counts are necessary when automatic equipment is not available. Manual counts are typically used for the period of less than a day. Normal interval for a manual count is for 4, 10 or 15 minutes. Traffic count during a Monday morning rush hour and a Friday evening rush hour may slow. This way we can calculate the various data on the road by using manual method. Basically there is another method that by doing the roadside survey, by doing the home survey. This way we can also calculate the various data. Basically what happen in case of manual method, students with a 4 group can be allotted a small project that they should go on the site, they should stand there and they calculate the overall traffic data for the time intervals of 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, like that, and then they have to note down this all data on a particular tally sheet. So this way they can get the data. Once they get the data, they can analyze the data, and particular analyzed data can be used for the make a final documents. And manual count is very important. The count is conducted by the person standing at the roadside and recording passing vehicle on a form. On the term manual traffic count, this distinguishes it from count by machine that can record passing vehicle automatically, which are known as the automatic traffic count. So this is the main difference. When we are using some cameras or video conferencing on the road for calculations of various vehicles, those are going from origin to its destination. So when we are doing all this thing with the help of particular instrument, then it is called as the automatic method. But some person is standing on the roadside and he is measuring manually various vehicles which is going from its origin to the destination, then it is called as the manual method, same thing they can record it into their tally sheet, and this way we can calculate the manual counts for a day. Then what are the various equipments that's normally used for the calculations of manual data? So by using watch, we can set our time, maybe for 1 hour interval, for 2 hours interval. Clipboard, pencil, rubber, sharpeners and data sheet. So by using this various instrument, if someone is stand on the roadside and he's calculating all the data and he's recording all the data on the data sheet with the help of this instrument, so this whole process is called as the manual process. And here we are not using any automatic instrument like CCTV or video cameras for the calculation of data. All this can be done with a manually, a person which is standing on the road. Here these are the some photos of the instrument that's we are using for the calculation of data with manual method. This is pad, pencil and watch. By using this we can calculate the data manually. One important thing is, once we calculate the data, we should record it data in a particular sheet, and that particular sheet is called as the tally sheet. Recording the data on tally sheet is the simplest means of conducting the manual count. The data can be recorded with a tick mark on a prepared field form. A watch or stopwatch is necessary to measure the desired count intervals. So we know that once we calculate the data, we should write down this data on a particular sheet. So for that we are using this tally sheet where various columns has been provided for write down the various data. You can see this is one of the example of tally sheet which can be used by the road and highway department. So here you can see written that name of the road, road number, directions, station name, station number, unimeters, supervisor, hour count, whether it is a motorized or non-motorized. So all this data is giving here, and once you get the data manually, you can enter your data here and you can analyze and make a final document. So what procedure we are doing when we are calculating this data manually? So basically we prepare the data, communicate with the other staff by a review of citizen input, request to traffic control. We select the location. In that case we are selecting the proper location, plan the data collection, complete the pre-study documentation, and finally for incomplete study we collect the data, evaluate the data, calculate the traffic volume, we analyze the data, and then finally we prepare one document which include finalized report, file of the report, and then communicate the result. So this is the procedure. First, to prepare yourself, then you can select the location, do the complete study, analyze the study, and make a final document. Then what are the various advantages of the manual methods? We know for every method there is the advantage and disadvantage. So details such as a vehicle classification and number of occupants can be obtained. Record turning movement data of vehicles at intersection you can calculate. Analyze the traffic characteristic in unusual conditions such as adverse weather condition, traffic breakdown, temporary course of any land or highway etc. Comparatively cheaper method and doesn't require any automatic machine for the calculation of data. You can manually calculate this data by standing on the site. No requirement of any automatic method instrument. This is a comparatively cheaper method, and if temper or other atmospheric conditions are not good, if there is any breakdown So in that case, we are doing all this manually, so we can calculate the data. So these are the various advantages of manual method. Then what are the disadvantages of manual method? You cannot calculate this data for a remote area, for a jungle area. So this is one of the disadvantage. We cannot calculate the data more than 25 hours per day and cannot calculate throughout the year. These are the some disadvantages of manual method. Now we discuss about the automatic method. The automatic count method provide a means for gathering the large amount of traffic data. Automatic count are usually taken in 1 hour interval for each 24 hours period. The count may extend for a week, month or year. When the count are recorded for each 24 hours time period, the peak flow period can be identified. So here for the automatic count, we can use various types of instrument like portable counter, permanent counter and video tape for the calculations of data. Though this is an automatic method, we are also using various video camera. We can use various CCTV for the calculation of data automatically. Once it is fixed on the road, we can automatically get the data of the various passengers who have started their journey from origin and end to destination. So what are the various instruments that we are using for the automatic methods? Portable counter. The portable counter is one of the instrument which we can fix on the road and we can calculate the various required data. Portable counter is a form of manual observation. Portable counters serve the same purpose as manual count but with automatic counting equipment. The period of data collection using this method is usually longer than when using in manual count. The portable counter method is mainly used for 24 hours count. The pneumatic road tube is another instrument, automatic instrument that we are using for the calculation of data. It used to conduct this method automatically, count specific information pertaining to pneumatic road tube can be found in users. Then another instrument is videotape or videography. By using the various videotape, by using the various CCTV camera, we can calculate the various data. A camera can be fixed on a collection site and a digital clock into video image can be prove useful in noting time intervals. This camera is also having the one digital watch and another digital parameters which normally used to calculate the various data on this site automatically. So student, here you can see this is the one roadside picture where we have fixed one CCTV camera. Basically this CCTV camera is fitted at the center of the road, and with the help of this CCTV camera you can calculate the various data related with the traffic volume study for the time intervals. For example, if you want to calculate the data for the period of 9 to 11 in the morning, if you want to know what is the rush from 9 to 11, how many vehicles are going from this origin to the destination. So by using this CCTV camera, automatically you can calculate the various data, and with the help of input chip, that data can be transferred to your computers, and this way we can make the analysis. So this is one of the automatic method which is largely used throughout the world to calculate the data. Basically, when we are using the automatic method, so there is a minimum chances of errors. Uh, we can reduce the manual efforts, and when we are using this type of automatic method, you can calculate the data from first day to 365 days of the year. You can get the data for 1 hour of interval to the 24 hours of the day and night. So in case of manual method, if you want to calculate the data, so we can calculate the data from morning 9 to night 6 p.m. but automatically you can calculate the data for whole 24 hours. So this is one of the biggest benefit of automatic method. So here this another instrument called as the pneumatic road tube. You can see here we have fixed this road tube on the road with a big wire which is connected from the one corner of the pavement to the second corner of the road. So this is one of the electronics instruments, and by putting this instrument on the road, you can get the automatically data for your desired interval, and there is no need to stand on the required site. Once you fix the data automatically collected in the instrument, and you can analyze it. So this method, when we fix the instrument on the road, that method is called as the pneumatic method, and we are using the pneumatic road tube sensor for the calculation of the road. So you can see this picture so that you can understand how we can calculate the various data which is important for the traffic study. In some cases we are using some metal plate, or it is also called as the blending plate for the calculation of data. Some metal plate are embedded on the road, and once a vehicle is going through this plate, its weight and its count can be recorded automatically. So some countries, those are developed country, in that case we are using this type of metal plate for the calculation of traffic study data. Another method is the camera shoot. You can see these are the various camera which can be directed on all directions. So with the help of this camera, you can get the various data which is required. So this is called as the camera shoot, and in the right side you can see one imagination photo has been shown, where you can get this data, you can transfer this data to your computer, and you can analyze, and finally you can make a proper document. So these are the various automatic method those who are using for the calculations of the data. So student, this way in today's class we are discuss about the various method for the calculation of traffic study data. So there are two methods. One is manual method, when we calculating the data personally by standing on the road, that is called as the manual method. And when we calculating the data with the help of automatic machinery like pneumatic tube or bending plates, metal plates, or various camera shoot and CCTV's camera. So that is called as the automatic method. Both the methods have their advantage and disadvantage, but to reduce the various accidents on the road, to give a proper design of pavements, and for the proper utilization of constructed road. So if you want to do all this thing properly, we need a data, and by using these two methods you can calculate the data. So this may be a small project for you people. You can select this data if you want to make some changes on the design of the road. So on the basis of this data we can make this design. So I hope you can understand today's concept. Thank you very much.